Can we harmonize again?
Yeah. Apes are alive. The apes are in the astral plane.
I start my morning off every day with a harmony. Do you guys do the same?
I start my morning off by saying pio.
Pio.
Like a little bird. Pio, pio.
Ooh, pio, pio, pio. Padre Pio. Padre Pio. Yo, what's your morning routine, Ryan?
Wake up.
Fidget.
Wake up and just
Wake
start
up.
walking somewhere.
Wake up in the middle of nowhere and try and find my house. I
I just start asking people for help just whenever I wake up.
Did you guys see the new Instagram update with the little notes?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
Why?
I don't know.
I haven't seen it.
It's just like, I don't know. I think it's kind of dumb.
What do you mean notes? What does that mean?
Like you could put like we can't even show you because the phones were there, but you could put like a note on your name now.
You would
Yeah.
love it.
Oh, really?
Like,
Okay, I'm trying to see.
because
Be-
you could put like
be
the
free.
you could do like the quotes.
Oh, like every morning you can put something?
Like yeah, whenever you want, you can
Yeah.
put something.
Oh, I like that. Oh, shit.
Shit.
Yo, we're back. The apes that talk somehow. We still haven't figured that out.
The talking apes.
Yeah, we want to talk a little bit today about Ryan's trip
Hmm.
to Egypt.
A little recap, if you will.
Little recap.
A recapitulation.
So you went to Egypt.
Mm.
Just decided to go to Egypt.
No, I had a dream.
He woke
Actually.
up in Egypt.
Yeah, I just woke
One
up.
day I just
I woke up
in-
inside the pyramid and I was like, where the fuck am I?
But you actually did sleep in a pyramid.
I didn't sleep in it, but I laid down in it for like 45
You didn't take a little
minutes.
nap?
No, dude, I'm going to show you guys that picture. You're going to be like, holy fuck.
Okay, so tell us a little bit
Alright.
about how you ended up in Egypt.
All right, so I actually don't know if I've told you this story, either of you. But just one day, I had a dream, and there was like a guy that was waiting for me in Egypt. And I just, you know when you wake up from a dream sometime and you're like, so it sticks with you, and you like learn a lesson in the dream? Like that was the lesson. And there was a guy waiting for me.
Who
there.
was the guy?
I don't know. To me in my dream, it looked like an old man. That there was like an old dude that's just like waiting for me there. So
Mhm.
I
And
just
the
started
guy-
asking people like, okay, do you know anybody that's taking a trip to Egypt? Whatever. And I asked this girl named Rosie, and she had just come back. And she's like, yeah, you gotta meet my friend Luis. He takes tours. We just came back. It was amazing. So I started talking with him. But that was like 8 months ago, and it didn't really work out. And then like maybe like 3 months ago, I just sat down, and it almost came back to me like instantly, like, yo, you have to go. Like, you have to go now. So I was like, all right, let me reach out to Luis. And it's crazy because I thought, okay, I'm ready to go now. And he texted me like that fucking day, like that within like 30 minutes of me deciding that I was going to go again. He texted me and I was like, all right.
Damn.
All right, I made the choice. You know, the universe is conspiring in my favor to get me to this point.
Mm.
So we talked. He's a great guy. We became friends. And yeah, I ended up being in Egypt 47 days later. And the best trip of my whole life.
For sure.
Come back a new man. Met a lot of cool people. Had some experiences that I can't even... I'm going to describe them to you guys, but you're going to be like, holy shit, I don't even know what that means.
Did you stay by yourself after? Like, were you there alone at all?
So the trip is 11 daaz.
Yeah.
And then I ended up staying 4 extra days with Luis.
Just the two of you?
Just me and him. And our driver.
Mohammed.
Moaz. Shout out Moaz when you listen to this. He's the boy.
Moaz.
We can have him on one day.
Yeah. He
When
wants
you
to move
can
to
fly.
America,
He's a
actually.
driver? He's just like a...
Yeah. And he was the boy, dude. He was like our driver, but he said like, I don't do it to drive people. I just do it to make friends. Like,
For sure.
and just like have a good relationship with people.
We could throw him on one day.
Yeah.
Just throw
And
him
bro, he
inside.
drove us to a desert oasis 8 hours from Cairo.
Jeez.
We were in the car with him for 8 hours, and we were talking about life. We were talking about women, talking about like the girlfriends that he's had, talking about what I should look for like in a woman in my life.
Good conversations.
Yeah, dude, really good conversations. He's the goat.
So what do you... I mean, maybe we can explore...
And he
that
likes
a little
house
bit.
music too.
He does?
No
Yeah.
way.
He loves house music. He put me onto this guy named DJ Farcon. He's really good.
Farcon.
Farcon.
It sounds like Fulcron.
Yeah, Fulcrum.
Okay.
And no, he was that relationship with him, like becoming boys with him, was actually one of the highlights of my trip.
For sure.
He was our driver, and he drove us to Siwa, which is a desert oasis where Alexander the Great actually received the prophecy that he would rule the world. That's where he got it. And he was just supposed to drive us, and he ended up just becoming like our boy. Like he stayed with us. He jumped in the salt springs with us. He was hanging out with us in the camp, and I felt like he wasn't even like he was just part of our little trip.
Yeah.
So it ended up being sick.
That picture of you in the salt spring is pretty cool. Is it hot like the?
Nah, it was cold. There's one.
It's cold?
Yeah. So hear me out. There's the first spring in the oasis is hot. There's like some sort of volcanic pipeline running in the desert that shoots up and creates this hot spring. So that's the first one you go into. Then there's a ice cold pond that you go into that one, and then there's the salt flats where you float. It's like I was literally on another planet, bro. I hurt my eyes so much.
I hate that
Is it so salty?
Yeah, like it was painful.
Wait, so that's kind of like that salt, like the one that you go to here.
The float tank.
Yeah, the float tank.
Exactly like that. Like I didn't need to do any force, and I was just floating. Like you know when you swim with your legs and you kind of like.
Like tread water.
Yeah, you tread water, bro. Like I couldn't do that. Like my legs were just like floating behind me, and I was
shit.
like, yeah.
Damn.
And then after that one, we went to a natural spring, and there was like a little town around the spring. We met some guy that was like a rapper. He was
An Egyptian rapper.
An Egyptian rapper, and he was like,
Maybe.
he's like, man, fuck these guys, fuck this, fuck that, and I was like, yo, yeah, he low-key had bars for like 30 seconds.
Did you have anything on Spotify?
Nah, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
Lil Habibi.
Lil Habibi.
Lil Hab.
But everyone there was so nice. That's one thing. Everyone is so friendly and open.
Why do you think?
Because they're just happy with what they have. They're not competing with the next guy. I feel like we're so caught up with that.
Do you have a next trip in mind?
Yeah, I just booked it.
What?
Nicaragua.
When?
January 9th.
Que va?
I want
To
to go.
January 16th.
Who are you going with?
Luis again.
What's the vibe? Are you
It's
going
like
to
a tropical retreat with cacao.
Oh,
Because Luis owns a cacao company, and he wants to learn.
So
more
what's
about
with the cacao? So Luis does these cacao retreats. What's in taking cacao? Like, does it have any sort of effect on you?
So, it's a sacred plant medicine that the Native Americans and all these ancient cultures would use. And what it does is it opens your heart. So you're more expressive. You're willing to connect with people, communicate more. And the cacao's, it's powerful, bro. And it's really fun. So that retreat is explaining the process of the creation. There's like a chocolate factory there. We're gonna go on a hike in the middle of the jungle.
That's pretty sick.
Meet Willy Wonka.
some Willy Wonka shit.
Yeah. So it's gonna be fun, and we have like 3 extra days after, by ourselves. So we're just gonna go chill in the jungle.
Get lost somewhere.
bro.
Yeah, find a shaman or something, and
Find a driver and you become friends with him.
yeah. Maybe meet some
Moaz.
aliens.
Maybe Moaz will be there again.
Dude.
He'll come.
Maybe by the universe's work, Moaz will appear in Nicaragua.
Yeah. He just gets summoned, or we meet a guy that's named Moaz, who's also our driver.
That'd be crazy.
I was.
Look, man, I will say that the stuff that was happening in Egypt, dude, crazy. It was like almost as if life was not real, and it was like planned, and it was like Luis was having dreams, and they would come true the next day.
Do you
Alright.
do you keep track of synchronicities that happen to you?
Can I
For
say
sure.
You have like a little notes.
Yeah.
with that
I
shit?
gotta say this about that. Like, even you saying that all of these dreams and that you like manifested it in a way, or like that you thought about going to Egypt and then he texted you. I was thinking about that the other day, and you know when you go to sleep, sometimes I'll stay up for like hours just imagining scenarios and shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Bro, if that was really true, I would already have so many things. Because I've imagined like so many things. You know what I mean? Like, and then, you know, whatever it might be, like becoming, you know, getting lucky, winning this thing, or like whatever the scenario, whether it's a girl or whatever. It's like I feel like I think about it so much, but it's not really happening yet.
There's no luck, Pat. It'll happen eventually, bro.
But I'm fucking manifesting it, like without even trying to manifest it. I'm thinking about it.
There's
But
two
then
parts
maybe
to
you're
it.
not even manifesting it for real.
So I have to actively.
I think.
I
don't
can't
know
just
how that
imagine
shit works.
things. I have to like.
There's two parts to it. You have to think it first, see it in your mind, and then you have to attach an emotion to it. So you have to feel what it would feel like to be in that moment. So let's say you want to manifest like winning a competition.
Yeah.
You have to imagine yourself winning the competition, and then you have to feel what it would feel like to win. So like that happiness, that joy, the gratitude in that moment.
Okay.
That's like the 2-part way to do it.
All right, I'll just do that then. Dude,
Yeah.
I've also realized, I don't know if it's ADHD, but I'll go to sleep. Dude, the other day I went to Nico's boat in the morning. I didn't sleep because I went to bed at like 3 in the morning, and the whole time I was just thinking about stuff. Just a bunch of things. Even random things that are not even productive, like me playing soccer and like winning a championship, like imagining, like just scenarios or whatever. And then obviously there's like more relevant things, but like, dude, and I realized the other day I had to like put on a podcast so that I can go to sleep, so that I can listen to something
So you're
and not be
distracted.
thinking for myself.
So
And that-
something else thinks for you.
Yeah, so something else thinks for me, because if not, I'm just thinking all the time.
What'd you throw on?
Just Andrew Schultz, there's a new one, the newest podcast. They were talking about
Andrew.
I forgot what they were talking about.
Andrew Taticus.
Or Tim Dillon. Dude, crazily enough, bro, once you go to sleep to Tim Dillon, that's when you know you're kind of a little bit fucked up in the head. Because he'll be screaming.
During your sleep.
Yeah. Like, he said they used to go to sleep to Alex Jones, actually.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
The
bro.
aliens.
The frogs are turning gay.
Yeah.
The interdimensional aliens. Yo, so yesterday we went stargazing.
Mhm.
And we saw meteors. And we were thinking, dude, do you know how many planets, habitable planets, are in the Milky Way?
Probably lots and lots.
That's good.
If I had to guess, I would say it's a lot of habitable planets in the Milky Way
Yeah.
that
well,
we know about.
100 billion. In the Milky Way.
The crazy thing is, dude, that like you just say 100 million.
No, billion.
Oh yeah, my bad. 100 billion.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, that's a lot. But it's like,
We have no idea what 100 billion is.
dude, I saw this on this guy that was on Joe Rogan the other day. You know how many days a million seconds is? It's about
like
11 days.
Oh.
You know how many days a billion seconds is? It's something like 37 years. Like
What?
some shit like that. Yeah. Like the difference between a million and a billion
It's
is
gigantic.
like
Yeah, we can't even fathom that. 100 billion.
the fuck
Planet?
is what even is that?
So
100
that's a
billion.
good segue into the beginning. So the first temple that I went to is called Philae Temple, and it's dedicated to.
Can you zoom in on that?
Oh yeah, this picture I'll show you later. That's
Are you
the-
sharing?
Yeah.
Fire.
Oh wait, do it. Should I put it on the little screen?
Hey. Damn, you guys went on a boat?
Yeah. I'll explain everything. Hold on. How do I turn this on? Okay. So yeah, this is the first day, and we stayed in a traditional Nubian village. So those are the traditional Egyptians.
Okay.
And dude, those are some of the happiest people I've ever met. They love to laugh, like the food is amazing, and they're just good people all around, bro. So
Is that one of them? Is he part of the village?
yeah.
This little Indian boy.
Oh yeah, this guy. Yeah, this guy.
Who's
Wow.
that bugger?
That booger. So this is a temple to Khnum, and he's the god of creation.
Is
And-
this
There's our tour guide,
oh
Abudi.
okay, a booty.
He's the boy, dude.
Boy.
He's so smart. He knows so much, and he's actually just a really good guy. He cares about us. But like, look at this, man. This is the first day before we even start.
How far from Cairo is that?
So this is Aswan. So it's like
Oh, you went to the bottom first?
I went all the way to the bottom and went up,
You made your way up
Mhm.
throughout the 11 days.
Mhm.
I see.
and we went up the Nile on a sailboat for 3 days going up.
Did you sleep on the boat?
Yeah,
Baller.
yeah. I slept with this motherfucker. He was my roommate. Him, our other guy, Mubi, and Luis, the four of us
How many
roommates.
rooms are in the boat?
There was a lot, but like the rooms were for the girls. Like there was an issue where I had to give up my room for one of the girls because
Where'd you sleep?
so I just slept in like the little common area.
Even better.
Yeah, it was so fun, man. The four of us, we had a good time. and we're just like laughing the whole time. And
That's
this
awesome.
this first temple, dude, I saw a picture of Amun Ra, which is the blue skinned god
Mhm.
and the god of the sun.
He's the one that goes like this.
Yeah, and I looked at him
It's a pretty
And-
cool.
I'm him.
and I just started laughing, bro. Like, I don't know why. I couldn't even describe it, but I was just laughing so hard at seeing it.
Like, cause he's like goofy or like in a good way.
In like in a good way.
Like
I was
happy.
Yeah, I was so happy. It was like pure happiness. I was like, how could I forget? That's what it felt like. How could I forget what you look like? That's what the feeling was. And in this temple, there's this stela with like details.
Stella.
Yeah, like a little rock face, and it
Yeah.
has like a story carved into it. And bro, I looked at that rock, and for some reason, like I just started like crying, and like my heart was like beating so fast, like as if I was in danger. And I'm still yet to figure out like what that feeling was.
Do you know
Yeah.
what the thing said?
No,
You didn't deep it.
what it felt like was some sort of war. Like it looked like there was some sort of war going on, and people were asking for help. But I'm yet to like go in depth into that. That's
Maybe-
like my one mystery that remains from Egypt.
Maybe it's like a spiritual war.
That's what I think.
But it's also like there's so many things it's hard to articulate. Like it's even someone made that so long ago. Someone like dedicated time into actually making that, and now you're experiencing it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes like you'll have like an idea or like you'll see something crazy and you won't even know why you react in a way. But then like you'll meet someone and they'll tell you, they'll articulate it in a better way.
That's exactly how I felt. Like I felt like I looked at the stone and I received all the energy of that, the emotion of that feeling, whatever it was. But I didn't mentally know what was happening.
Yeah.
But it was like, bro, so much pain. Like
Yeah.
that's what I think. Some sort of spiritual war. But
And so you said this is a god of creation?
yeah, this is the god of creation, Khnum. This is his temple, and the trip is through the chakra system. So this is the root chakra. So the first one. So that was
Okay.
the temple. It's pretty cool. Look at this, these ruins. And that little rock face that I was telling you, bro, it was in the middle. It was like hidden. And Luis is like, "Look, I have something special to show you. Like, just come
So
with me."
Luis has done this same trip, what, 4 or 5
It's
times?
been this was his 4th time doing it.
Word.
He went the first time alone, and then the second and third time he brought groups, and then now the 4th time it was my group. So he
How
has
many
experience.
people? How many people were you guys?
It's usually like around 10 people, he says. I think the first group was 8 people, then the next one 9, and ours was 11. So it's growing steadily.
That's sick. And it's once a year?
Every 6 months. I'm going to go back in May 28th. So this is the Nubian village. This is where we stayed. And bro, it was the coolest thing ever.
That looks nice.
Yeah, and the food was so good. This guy named Hasuna, he's so lit. He was like playing
Suna, what?
yeah, exactly. And he was playing like the traditional instruments for us, and we were all dancing together.
I see you put it
Did
in
you-
the...
That's Valerie. She's the one that took all the photos.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out Valerie.
Wait,
Did you
how did she take all the photos? She couldn't have taken that one.
Did you eat anything really weird?
Yeah, camel.
Facts?
Yeah.
What
Good?
did it taste like?
It was like,
Like jerky? Like how'd you eat
yeah,
it?
it was like jerky, bro.
Like a charki.
Yeah, I ate it as if we eat like steak with rice,
Okay.
but it was like so like
Like
chewy.
gamey, chewy.
Yeah, I didn't fuck with that.
It didn't taste good?
Nah.
Did you try camel milk?
I didn't try camel milk, but the best thing that they have over there is okra, and it's eggplant.
Oh,
Bussin'.
I've heard about that before.
Yeah. I had that some in Thailand also. They put it in the
Yeah.
curry.
Yeah, and the falafel I would eat every single day.
Oh, yeah,
with the
okra
peanut bread.
curry.
Like a little.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I get it. I completely understand now. Yeah.
That stuff was OP.
It's
And
like
this
that.
first night, me and Luis jumped in the Nile together.
That's
and they
fire.
say like, if you,
How was
if
it
you-
cold?
Yeah, it was cold as fuck. They say if you jump in the Nile, like you go back.
Oh, it's like the Fontana di Trevi in Rome.
Exactly.
What do you mean you go back?
Like you're just bound to go back.
So is this it?
Oh, like, oh.
Are they all
like,
part of the group?
Yeah, that's our whole group.
Is that Luis?
Yeah.
I want to put a face to the man.
Yeah, you'll see some photos of him later on. But yeah, I was dancing. I was vibing. Worshipping the sun god.
Allah, Allah.
This is Lena.
This is sick. I love all of these.
Yeah, so these triangles, this is what it does is it's a message to the ancestors that are spirits so that they can enter in the space. So that's what those triangles are everywhere.
Dude,
It's like a symbol.
Jeez.
if you were in like psychedelics or something, you go and you see these things.
Yeah, the girls had a photo shoot.
It looks like Greece, low-key.
Yeah, right. A little bit like Santorini. Yeah, they had a photo shoot that day.
Did you get in the photo shoot?
I didn't. Not this one.
Were you the youngest?
Yeah,
member of the
handsome
group?
guy over there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
The closest person to me is probably Luis, and Luis is 33.
Were there any dentists in this trip?
She's actually, there's 2 dentists. She's a dentist, Laura, and then Pam is also a dentist.
Okay.
I have more stories to tell with that moving forward. So this is the Temple of Isis, and
ISIS.
it was actually like underwater, and this is the first time that we've been able to like stand. You see how her feet are under the water? Like the water level was low enough that we could stand on it, and in the ancient entrance. And dude, it was so powerful. This is Luis, by the way.
Dude, these pictures are like you could, like it's one of those perfume. No, the ones about you. look at these pictures, bro. It's like Garnier.
Kanye.
Paco Rabanne.
Look at this, guys, bro. I walk into this place, and immediately look. You can probably see my face in the. I'm like,
Whoa.
I was like, there's no fucking way that this is made by humans. Like, look in the back here. Oh shit.
I saw aliens in the background.
Look.
Those look like aliens up there.
Yeah. But just look at the size of these figures compared to this dude right there.
And when was this made? When was the Egypt?
They say that this was around 3,000 years ago.
They say.
But
We have our own little Graham Hancock
Yeah.
in the pod, man.
I believe that there was civilizations before, and that this is a colony of a previously advanced civilization that has been forgotten, but this colony stayed existent.
They just dipped.
They just dipped. This is the altar in Isis temple, and she's the mother goddess.
What does ISIS mean? Do you know?
I don't know. Something.
Look it up real quick. Something about life, no?
I think so. The life giver.
Allah.
Queen of the throne.
Great Mother Isis, the goddess of healing and magic, was crucial to ancient Egyptian religious beliefs. She is known today by her Greek name Isis. However, the ancient Egyptians called her Aset.
That's it.
It's wonderful pronunciation.
Aset. Hey.
And in this temple, we all stood in a circle and we all held hands. And Luis was guiding us through this meditation about like healing your relationship with your mother with such and such. And there was a point he's like, all right, spread your wings, like you're free. And I literally felt like wings came out of my back. And like I just felt so powerful and so free. And like this really set the tone for the trip for me. I was like, okay, the things that I'm gonna experience here are
That was like day 2?
That picture
this
is
is day
dope.
2. Yeah, this is a really cool spot.
Yeah, bro, I'm trying to go to Egypt.
Yeah, bro. Let's go next time.
And what Abudi was explaining was that these hieroglyphics, they've been defaced. And you see how like this is broken here? Because the symbols activate certain part of your brain and your subconscious to give you like higher level knowledge. It's almost like it's like an activation. You get activated by looking at certain symbols.
The third eye.
The third eye, exactly.
The third.
Huh?
What?
Third. This is we had dinner in some place.
Dude, it all looks so nice.
It was amazing, bro. I'm telling you, this is the best trip that I've ever
Like,
gone on.
what?
It was beautiful.
What's past those doors?
This was the restaurant that we're in. This is where we're eating. We got our mango juice.
You just are there. How's the eating experience in Egypt?
Dude, the best food that I've ever eaten.
But like, is it restaurants? Do they have a bunch of just traditional like all tables and stuff? Because here it's all sitting down on like couches. And
Yeah, this was like the outside vibe of the restaurant, but there was regular tables inside. And then after this, we went to a private beach on the Nile, and we all swam, and like this is where we were at.
Wow.
It was beautiful. That's Lena. And then we finished off that day by eating in the village. Like where we were staying, it's a little bit residential, kind of Airbnb type. But then we went into the village. The mayor showed us around.
Yeah.
He was like going, oh, arele, oh, he was like dancing with us.
The mayor.
Yeah, he was lit. He was really lit. All right, this next temple is Kamambo, and is dedicated to Sobek, the crocodile god, and Horus, which is the falcon-headed god.
What'd you say?
Horus.
You good, bro?
And it's
What'd
like
you call
it's
me?
meant to be a representation of your lower self and your higher self. So the parts that you don't want to show light on, and then the higher self. And there's an echo chamber in the back. So what they would do is they would put people in the back of the temple, and when you yell in a certain spot, your echo would like bounces back to you like intense. And what they would do is they would allow people to sleep there, and they would use the sound vibration to heal people. And like that was the holy of holies. And in that hallway there's a depiction of Ma'at, and Ma'at is the truth. So anything that you say in front of her becomes true. So we had like a little ceremony there where we say things that we wanted to be, who we wanted to do coming back, and I just declared that like
Wow.
I am love in my life. I want to be
That's
loved.
awesome.
For everything. This is the Dahabea. So this is the sailboat that we stayed on
Nice.
for 3 days. And bro, the vibe is actually immaculate.
That looks pretty.
This
dope.
was like my favorite time. We sat down in the back, played guitar, like sang.
Wow, it looks amazing.
To me, this is honestly my favorite part of the trip.
Hmm.
Just because like the vibes that we had like with everybody.
Well, you guys are just talk about.
Just life, bro. Just talk about real stuff that was bothering us. There's a lot of people going through tough things on this trip, and we were just there to listen to them, and help them grow and give them perspective and stuff.
Am I breathing in it?
Breathe air.
But yeah, we did yoga on the boat. It was awesome.
My booty.
Yeah, my booty. So this is
My
the tomb.
boo.
This is the tomb of I. So this was a priest that he had all the high knowledge, and he didn't want to share it with everybody. So he kept the knowledge and eventually used it to become king, because they were advanced with spiritual knowledge and how to affect reality with your mind. So this guy used what he learned, kept it for himself, and became king. But he was a priest originally.
I
And this is
see.
his tomb.
This girl has the pineal gland on her back.
Yeah, that's Lena. She's the best. But like, look
Is
at
she?
this,
Where's
bro.
she from? Is she from Miami?
She's from El Salvador, though, I think.
Word.
And she's awesome. She teaches Kundalini yoga. She's like the person I connected the most with on the trip.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. She's
So these are the secrets.
yeah, dude, and it's crazy because there's certain parts on this wall that like, bro, I would just stare at for 10 minutes. I would just be staring at it and be like, why is this pulling me in so much? But it had some like sort of effect.
Yeah, I'm sure you were like, it's like the whole trip was like a trance.
Yeah, it was straight up like a trance. But like, look at this, bro. This is 3,000 years old. It's kept preserved.
What's in the box?
It's in a box. The Valley of Kings. What's in the fucking box?
It looks like you just immediately. What it makes me think of is Plato's story where they're stuck in the allegory, Plato's allegory in the cave,
Yeah.
and you just got out of the cave for the first time.
Dude, and I saw
You saw the
life
real world.
through a new lens, dude. Like, the sky looked so different to me when I walked out.
Hmm.
I was like, oh, I'm in a different world now. This was one of my very, very powerful day for me. It was sick. And it's awesome because everyone had their own experience in a different
Why are there
way.
3 parts also?
Oh, she split up the trip in 3 parts, I guess.
That there weren't 3 parts. Like you guys didn't go to 3 different places. Or...
Nah, I mean, we started in Aswan, then we moved up the river, then we went to the Red Sea, and then we went back to Cairo. So yeah, it's kind of like a 3-legged trip.
Mm.
But
3-legged.
and then, dude, look at this, bro. We were eating in some place, and there was a little school, and I was talking to this kid, and he gave me a hippo, like a little hippo to
No
take
way.
home. Yeah, and I have it in my house now, and it was so cool.
Little
bro.
hippo.
What's
Yeah.
it made out of?
It was like some green material. I don't know, it looked like jade, kind of. It was
That's
really
pretty
cool.
sick.
Yeah.
Where's that? A bus? In a bus?
Yeah, that was in the bus that we would drive
Hmm.
around in.
You guys had a bus?
Yeah, we got.
Ooh, is that the Colosseum?
Somehow. This is
No, that's not.
this is
Oh,
Karnak
it's not in
Temple.
Egypt?
No, it's.
This is Karnak Temple, the temple to the sun god. This
Ooh, but like we learned about the sun god, no?
Kukulkan. No,
Is it Kukulkan?
no. Amun Ra.
Okay, Amun-Ra.
And this temple took like 600 years to build, and different pharaohs built it in different parts of their lifetime. And this is Sekhmet. So our group was named Sekhmet, and there is a living entity inside this statue. And when you walk in, you can feel it, bro. Like the energy is crazy.
Is there actually a person in there?
It's like a spirit
Oh,
inside
oh.
of it, and
Oh.
this is like the priest. This is like the priest that oversees it. But what she does is she feeds on your negative energy, takes it from you, and allows positive energy to replace it instead.
Damn.
She's like a recycling
You should buy
machine.
one of those and just keep it at
Yeah.
home.
Could we cop?
And dude, there was people.
Where
that-
was this, by the way? Like, where are you in here?
This is the Temple of the Sun.
But where is it? Like, it's inside of it?
This is like a secret place that only certain people have access to. That's another thing. A booty would get us into these spots that only very few people have access to. He's very well connected over there. This is like the Holy of Holies.
A booty.
And there was people that were like almost passing out being in that room, just being in that energy because it's intense.
Damn.
Yeah, it's super intense. And like, look at this, man. That's beautiful. This is the 7 gates of heaven. So in order to get to heaven, you have to go through the 7 gates. And the 7 gates are the 7 chakras, your system. You have to be able to be rooted in yourself, be safe, then create a reality you desire, bring love into it. You got to speak that love into existence. You have to see the love in the world, and then you just become it. And then there's the tree of life, too.
The tree of life?
Yeah,
He has it in his hand.
that's the Ankh. But like this depiction is the tree of life. These are 2 very like sacred spots. And it's really cool. And look at these columns,
That's
bro.
so nuts, dude. Fuck.
Like when I was walking through this hallway, I just thought there's giants that walked in here. Like these temples weren't created for people to walk in. They were created for some sort of ginormous beings to walk around in.
Mm.
And I wish there was a comparison next to this statue because this thing's fucking massive.
I mean, click on it.
Nerd for reference.
Yeah, this is a nerd for reference.
Is that a cat?
I can't see.
Gato.
It kind of looks like it.
I don't know. This was one of my favorites. And then this is the Temple of the Moon. So we went to the Temple of the Sun at sunset, and then we finished by going to the Luxor Temple, which is the Temple of the Moon. And I had a weird experience when I was here, man. My stomach was hurting so fucking much. It felt like I was getting stabbed. And I was walking towards a certain spot in the temple, and as I got closer to that spot, it would hurt way more and more. And I just got really weirded out. I was like, I feel like something bad happened to me in this place.
Mm.
And then, yeah, we just kind of left.
Did you go on a hot air balloon?
We did.
Let's see that.
It was amazing.
That's killer.
This was after going to the Sun Temple. The next day, we started out by just watching the sunrise, and that was a powerful moment, man. I was just staring at it, and I just cried. I was like, "This is life. Like I've begun anew. I'm ready for this next challenge ahead of me." Whatever.
I
it
could
may be.
see like how you can come out with that.
Yeah. And then this was our trip to Dendara. And Dendara is the temple of Hathor. And she's the goddess of love. And this is how well preserved the roof is in the temple. It still has all the colors. It's amazing.
Wow.
And we all wore white that day, and everybody was staring at us like, what are these guys doing?
Oh, it's a cult.
What are they cooking?
Yeah, they were like, look at Luis.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Yeah, he's dripped out in all his Egyptian stuff. And this day, man, I had so many realizations. Like, I realized that this too. This is a hieroglyphic depicting a circuit. In this temple in Dendara, it's something called the Dendara light bulb. and they have hieroglyphics depicting solar energy and using electricity to power lights.
Are there lights there?
There's not lights there, but they show it on the walls that they were using it. And how they created that energy was, as human beings, we naturally have this energy within us, and they were able to harness it to create free energy and free electricity.
Well, that's what happens in the Matrix.
That's a hard sell, man.
Well,
You think so? Why?
I don't know. I think that's a hard sell.
Well, we
have-
do though. We like literally the
We
kinetic
have an
energy.
electromagnetic field around us.
Like if I just started running right now, you can get the energy that I exert. Am I getting?
Yeah.
You could. Like, I heat up, thermal, whatever.
But yeah,
I'm all power. I would have just started pressing like all of the walls at this point.
yeah. And
Seeing if
it's
something opened up.
and it's this hieroglyphic is in like a hidden area in the back. You have to crawl through a hole like this big to go inside of, and then boom, it's there. And that's another place where I was looking at the things on the walls, and I was just getting like a feeling of like, whoa, this is the truth. This is very important. This is very powerful.
How much do you think? Because you say you went into all these really cool secret spots.
Mhm.
Do you think that there's just much more secret spots that you can go to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that there's way more stuff too that's yet to be discovered. That's very powerful. Very that will tell us a lot of the history that's been lost.
But there's been people working on it for so long. Like how's it not been?
It's buried under the sand, in the desert. There's just shit out there that we don't even know about.
Let's get shovels.
Yeah, it's straight up. That's what I want to do. I want to become an archaeologist. After going on this trip, just want to learn, excavate, find stuff. And they created this temple in the image of heaven on earth. That's why there's all these stars, all these like zodiac signs are being depicted. Because apparently this was the one spot on earth that mimicked what heaven was like. And like check out this story that they have on the roof. This is Nut, the sky goddess. And then these are all the zodiacs.
Is it a story?
Yeah, it is a story. I don't really know it.
Fair.
But
A guy and his dog in front of the moon. The dog turns into a fish.
Right. 2 fish.
Oh wait, where's the other? Oh, 2 fish.
2 fish.
Okay.
And a box.
And then now it's a fish man and the guy.
hmm.
And then I can't really understand after that one.
Oh, but you were doing so well, Pat.
Okay, well, then he duplicates into 2 women, and then he becomes black, and he starts throwing flowers on the ground, while his friend gets a lobster, and the other one is riding a dove,
Right.
and then he turns into a king, and marries a woman, and he feeds the flowers to the lady, to the giant lady on there.
To Newt.
I think they're stars, bro.
But why
Yeah,
is she throwing them
yeah.
on the ground then?
I think they're depictions of the constellations.
Yeah, I think you waffled there a bit. Very creative, though. Thanks for sharing.
Hey, you tell me what's
I
going
like
on.
the fish guy.
What's the motif behind this story? Like, what's the theme?
Okay, so a guy with his, I don't think that's a dog. I think
Wait,
it's
is that
like
a pig? Looks like a pig.
maybe some other weird little mammal. A guy with a little mammal, and then the moon turns the little animal into 2 fish in a box, and then it disappears. And then, like you said, they turn into a fish man, and then
Mermaid.
he gets a really cool hat. And then I don't know. They just
You see, it
walk
starts
for a
getting
bit.
hard there,
Yeah,
huh?
it gets tricky. They just walk for a bit, and then this little dog animal thing comes back, and he throws it into the water. He's like, "I don't want anything to do with you." And then this guy's definitely riding a duck or a pigeon or
Yeah,
of some
yeah.
sort.
And it looks like it kind of has a tail, like a fish almost.
Yeah, yeah. And then
What if it's just a line of people?
maybe
There's nothing by
maybe.
coincidence. That's one thing. They were so intentional, and everything that they
yeah.
depicted had a reason behind it.
No such thing as a coincidence.
Yeah, these guys, they don't do that.
It was a good little waffle.
Okay, but they had to have done something. Like, this is crazy. Like,
So,
was there like I don't know what was the drug of choice, because some of these things are obviously.
They just knew about consciousness. They knew about
DMT.
They knew about these deep knowledge that is like not given to all of us nowadays, and everyone had access to it. So the temples were like a school where they would teach about science, astronomy, math, morality, ideas, and that was like the hub of knowledge.
That's
so,
what school should be.
Yeah, so they would disseminate that from these places, and the pictures on the walls just would tell the history. And this place, I had probably one of the most powerful experiences of my whole life in this place. One, when I walked in, it just felt like I was in heaven. Like there was just this feeling of bliss that I felt, and I could remember what it looked like back in the day. Like I saw gold on everything. I saw trees. I saw like a river running through the temple, and I was like, I remember being here. I remember being here. And it just really felt like heaven on earth. And then right here is the Mamizi. This is a Mamizi means birthing chamber, and it's where the babies would be born. But as I walk in and I look at all the hieroglyphics on the walls, it looks like they're being sacrificed, the babies. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why do I feel so bad being in here? And me and Luis are talking, and he's like, look, this is showing you every part of yourself, the good and the dark. In order to move forward and embrace who you are, you need to accept those dark parts of yourself. And those dark parts of yourself did this. You would sacrifice these children to gain power, to gain this understanding. And in that moment, I just forgave, and I didn't judge, and I just said, it is what it is. Like, this is a part of life. And bro, I just became one with Luis. Like, I was looking at him, and I just saw myself. Like just a mirror. And I was like, wow, this is how it's supposed to be every day. Like, we are one consciousness, we are one being. But in order to get to that realization, you have to accept all the darkness within yourself and just love it, so that you can just become unconditional love. Oh. And then this is the Bedouins. So these are traditional Egyptians. They like live in the desert.
They make tea. Yeah, so was it like
and
really
the tea's
hot?
fire.
Was it hot in the day and then cold in the night?
We went during the winter, the Egyptian winter. So it was like, it's hot, but it's not that bad. It's like dry heat too. So think about like California.
I've never been, but
yeah,
I'll think about
that
it.
type of vibe though. But yeah, we took 4x4s into the desert. We were riding on the roof of them. It was fun as fuck. We did a hike. Look at this. We did a hike, and we climbed up the valley. Like, we climbed up this thing through caves and shit. It was the coolest thing ever. This is the DMT tree. It's called the Tree of Life.
Oh, the acacia tree?
The acacia tree, yeah.
The one that, who was it, Moses?
Yeah, the burning bush, exactly.
The burning bush.
The burning bush.
The burning bush.
Barney.
But like, it was so cool, man. We were like in this cave system, climbing up to get to the top. And then when you reach the top, it's just plain desert, just like as far as you could see.
Wow.
Dude, Luis is about to have like 30 people join his Egypt trip now.
Yeah. Hey, if anyone's watching this, hit up Luis. Tell him I sent you. I'm gonna take the tour with you guys too. We're gonna keep doing this.
We'll throw Luis on.
Yeah.
The apes.
Facts.
Seems like a talking apes.
He'll be really good. And yeah, man, this was my favorite day because we did yoga and watched the full moon rise in the desert, and like that experience.
Damn, yo, put that picture.
Which one?
This one. My God, bro.
Just in the middle of the Sahara Desert, posted up.
That's lit.
It looks like.
And the girls next to me were so fucking cool. They were like random, but they were so cool, so sweet. Like, look at that. Watching the full moon rise in the desert.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a special.
Yeah, bro, this looks like really fun, really nice.
Yeah. And then this is the campfire. We had the cacao ceremony here, and man, my heart was open. Like I was so connected to everyone around me. Is so powerful. I can't even describe the feeling. And this is the night. Look, guys, look at this. You see me back there?
Mm-hmm.
That's the statue.
Oh.
Oh, that's where
There's
it is?
a picture of me on the statue.
Damn.
Is it how you already found it by then?
I had already found it by then. I'm standing on top of it looking at it like, holy shit, did I just find this in the middle of the desert right now? Thank God that there's a photo so I can show you guys.
Guys, if you don't know what he's talking about, go watch the
last
episode
one.
before this one
Yeah.
right now. Do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, just stop, go watch the whole thing, and then come
You
back.
come back. It'll take
We'll
like
wait for you.
10 minutes. It'll be quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this was that moment right there is when my life changed.
Hmm.
Everything changed in that
You
moment.
should have taken a picture of the statue.
I was just so, dude, I was so in like this way of thinking and so caught up in the moment that taking a photo wasn't even on my mind. I just wanted to be with everybody and just like be happy and stuff. But look at that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, I just started walking this way and then I saw this thing in the distance and I'm like, that's where I have to go.
Hmm.
And then boom, it took me and I found it.
Just enhance.
Yeah, enhance. Shout out the Lions.
Yo,
out
wait.
there.
How are the stars there? You can see like.
You know, the moon was so bright that you couldn't see the stars that much.
Because it was a full moon.
Because it was the full moon.
Mm.
That was the
Damn.
one thing that was a little bit of a bummer. But when we were in Siwa, the stars were amazing.
Jojo Siwa.
Yeah.
What's Siwa?
The desert oasis that we went to at the end of the trip.
See.
And we were in the Red Sea at this time in like a super nice resort, luxury resort.
Red Sea.
In Hurghada, which is like Las Vegas of Egypt.
Oh, God.
And we went clubbing. We were like dancing with random people. It was super fun. All right, and then the next day after that, we went to the pyramid. So this is the box that I'm telling you guys, the transformation box inside the pyramid. I was inside of that thing.
How do you get in there?
The top is open,
Oh, word.
so you just climb in. And like I was in the thing just going like ooh, ooh, like random noises were just coming out of my mouth. I wasn't even in control. And that's when did I tell you guys the story of the gate?
Yeah, of the 7 gates.
No.
No.
Okay, so
Kevin Gates.
when I'm in the box, I'm doing all those noises and like dude, my whole I felt like the whole pyramid was vibrating.
Okay.
Like when I was going like the box was vibrating, the fucking whole pyramid was just like and my heart was like racing. And after I finished those noises, you know when you close your eyes it's just black?
Mhm.
Instead of seeing black, I see a purple gate in front of me. And in the middle of the gate is the Eye of Ra.
Hmm.
And it's like getting closer and closer to me. And then I walked through it. And immediately in that moment, I knew that my mission was complete. Like I came and I did what I had to do. I still don't know what that is. To me, it's being reborn as this new version of myself. But I knew that I completed the mission. That's what I came there to do.
Damn.
And like, bro, Jesus was in that box.
Why was he in that box?
Because he's absorbing the energy, man. The pyramid is a technology to harness the energy of the planet. There's special locations.
Huh.
And this is the next day we went to Saqqara, which is another pyramid.
Saqqara.
It's the pyramid of Djoser. And this place was cool. We did like silence, so we were just silent the whole day. And then when I spoke for the first time, bro, my voice was, I felt new. I felt like very powerful. My words meant a lot more than they did before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I kind of want to try that. Like what Lescano did too, the silent retreat.
Mm-hmm. And these are giant. This is called the Serapeum. And what they would do is they would put mummified bulls inside of them that were thought to be the vessels for the gods.
Hmm.
But dude, these are giant batteries. They would use these giant blocks of granite that you can't even chisel with modern equipment today. And they believe that they were batteries for something.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what for, but these are just giant batteries.
They were onto something.
Yeah. But they're just huge. And then we went to a little place where you sew and they made rugs there. I bought a rug for my sister. It was super cool. And then we went to the Sphinx. And man, the energy of the Sphinx, I felt like I've never felt like more peaceful in my life.
Hmm.
And what they say the Sphinx is the portal to heaven. So like that spot on the earth is where you go through to go to the next plane of existence. And we got to go in between the paws of the Sphinx. Like, that's something that you don't get to do, but Abudi, the man, he's just amazing. He was able to get us set up. Shout out Dr. Muhammad too. Thank you for getting us to where we need to be and giving us a beautiful experience. Because it wouldn't be the same if it wasn't for them. And they're awesome. And we were here on 11/11. So
11:11 the day or the PM?
the day.
Or both? The day.
The day. We were there at like 2 a.m.
That's why.
There's a lot of light for 2 a.m.
But we all talked. This is the dream Stella. So the guy that found the Sphinx had a dream of where he would find it, and then he followed the dream and then he found it. So he like marked the history with this thing in the front. So what we did is we stood in front of it and then we all said our dreams out loud, the things that we want to achieve. It's kind of like what you were saying earlier. We all sat in a room together and we said, "Yo, are we gonna achieve our goals and hold each other accountable? We could do it." It's pretty much what we did in front of the Sphinx.
You did that with the other people in the group?
Yeah, with everyone.
Yo, how big is that really? Like, how is looking at that the first time?
It's not comprehensible. Like, I just looked at it and I'd be like, how is this real? It's so massive. It's like, I think it's 90 billion tons or 90 million tons of stone.
I'm not sure.
I have to look it up. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see. I'm going to guess.
Million.
Yeah, million. It's got to be a million.
Tons in Cantonese.
12 notes. What?
Maybe look up the Great Pyramid.
How many?
Oh, yeah.
Or the Pyramid of Khufu.
Yeah, Khufu.
8,000 tons. 2.3 million blocks.
There's nearly 5.5 million tons of limestone.
It's crazy. And
It's
Abudi,
a big motherfucker.
And Abudi would show us these machines and technology that they had. That you manipulate a certain sound vibration, you move the frequency at a certain rate, and you can levitate an object.
I've seen those videos before. Can you see if you can find one?
Yeah.
It might be a little hard to find, but you can see like sound levitation.
So
It's kinda-
apparently
it's
they were
really crazy.
doing that.
Yeah, just do you see that one?
They were doing that on like a massive scale with giant machines to move these blocks.
Nobody really has like a clear explanation of how the fuck they did that.
No.
Like some people say water, like ramps.
That was part of it though. They would flood certain areas and then move the rocks on the flood water and then like move it up like steps.
From Graham Hancock, I think I saw a point.
Yo, can you...
Extraordinary awaits.
You...
When you hear the word levitation, you probably picture the
Let's see. Can you see where to put it? Right there?
Yeah, go there. See what. Oh no, that's just showing you what they're doing. Keep going. Okay. Go back. There. Yeah, so that's levitating with the sound. Can you put the volume up? Actually,
What the fuck?
cavities.
Wow.
You can put objects. And so if I just have this brass rod here, you can see I can go through them. If I come in from the side with my hand, you see I get some reflections. I will disturb it more.
he's deflecting the
See, that's
sound.
what I'm talking about with the energy. That's
Is there anything particularly special about the sound waves themselves,
Huh.
or is it more the
That's
way
crazy.
they're interacting that is
something
really
something too deep, you know?
So they think the Egyptians were doing that on a massive scale?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. To move the blocks.
To move the blocks.
What the fuck?
You gotta explain it somehow.
Fuck?
They just had access to advanced
Is
technology.
it that
man.
big?
It's that big, bro.
It's that big. Let's see
This
one of those pics for the one time.
This isn't even doing it justice.
Yeah, apparently, like everyone says, it's way bigger than I expected.
Didn't some crazy bastard climb it a few years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
What
year
the
ago.
I think he
fuck,
skydived on it.
From it?
No, on it.
Oh, like jumped from a plane and landed on it?
Yeah.
It's crazy aiming if that's...
Crazy, Amy.
Come on, can't be that.
Like, look at this.
To land on the tippy tip?
I mean, I don't know. I don't skydive, but
I want to go again. Are you going now for New Year's?
skydiving. Yeah.
Skydiving.
Yeah, I want to do it in the Keys,
Oh, facts.
Yeah,
Is
there
there
it
a
looks
place down there?
massive.
Yeah.
What day are you gonna go?
January 1st.
The first.
We can schedule though.
It's a mountain.
It's a mountain, and this isn't even what it looked like back in the day.
Yeah, it was
back in the day,
lines
it had a gold. It had a gold and silver. It's called the pyramidum at the top,
Put a picture of how it looks.
and it would generate and conduct electricity. So these things were giant generators, pretty much, for energy, and it's how they would power their civilization. So,
Yeah, it was
You
like
could see it
gold
there
gold
too,
plated.
yeah. And it was all white, alabaster.
I just put like original.
Original.
Yeah,
That's what
that
it looked like.
It's fucking crazy.
Fully white with that little
the tip.
conductor.
Just
at
the tip.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
a tip.
just the tip.
They're on to something, bro.
Yeah, and the dimensions of the pyramid are the speed of light.
Yeah. That whole thing that's a can of worms.
It's created in the golden ratio of the Fibonacci sequence.
That's a crazy can of worms.
This is me like
right there.
walking inside the passageway into it.
But it's mostly like can you go inside of it? There's not a lot of space inside now.
No,
It's
like in the King's Chamber. The King's Chamber is probably the size of this room.
Was there a claustrophobia in there?
Mm.
Oh, really?
It's like big, but
High roof? High ceiling?
high roof.
What are we
probably
talking?
Like 40 feet tall.
Oof.
Yeah,
That's like
That's like 10
Four-
times.
it's
like
this.
2.5 stories.
10 times this? You think
Actually,
this,
never mind. Like 5 times this.
think this 4 feet tall?
Hey, 8 feet, so 5 times.
Like 100.
Like 100. But there was people that
8, 9 feet.
inside the King's Chamber, there was people that their hands were just like floating up, and they're like, I couldn't even control it. Like my hands were just floating. Like it felt like I couldn't even move them, and I just felt like all this energy. And then yeah, that's it.
So these are the. Wait, go back on. So these are the 3 pyramids,
Yeah.
and then there's 3 little ones here.
Yeah, there's actually 9 pyramids on the plateau. It's these 3. There's 3 smaller ones, and then there's another 3 smaller ones.
And that's Cairo.
So cool
I
because
like
you drive in the city and you can see the pyramids like
It's nuts.
in the skyline.
That's crazy.
It's amazing.
I have the Dayland Mall sign when I go out the city.
But yeah, man, I have my after going, I have my theories on ancient Egypt, what was going on there, the things that were happening,
Mm.
and to me, let me just move this so
Oh,
that
yeah.
I can explain.
Back to normal.
Back to normal.
Back to normal talking apes.
Back to normal talking apes. We're at like an hour, so let's talk for like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Chilling.
So,
Big chilling.
gaining all that knowledge, I come to the conclusion that these ancient people were just as intelligent as we are, if not more intelligent, 3,000 years ago.
In different ways?
In different ways, yes.
Yeah, question mark.
They had advanced technology. There's some hieroglyphics that show planes, helicopters, spaceships. And like I told you, with the Dendata light bulb, electricity, solar electricity. I believe that this was the remains of a previous civilization that existed. Because what happened in ancient Egypt was the old kingdom, which is the ones that created the pyramid, they were the most advanced, but they were the first. As ancient Egyptian culture progressed, they devolved. So it's like, how could they devolve from being at such a high spot? So I think that it was like a crescendo, and then we caught them on the decline.
Right.
And in the depictions of the hieroglyphics, based off all the symbolism they show, they depict these beings that are not human, that were helping the humans create these structures, one, giving them the technology on how to advance as a civilization
Yeah.
Aliens?
and do these amazing things.
Did you watch Graham Hancock's Netflix thing?
I watched the first 4 episodes.
Okay, what'd you think?
Yeah.
What do you think? I haven't seen
I
it.
think you should watch it. He's I think he waffles a little, and I think a lot of the time it's also like he tries super hard to make what he's postulating like make sense. Did that make sense how I
Yeah.
just said
I
that?
feel like he gets salty sometimes.
Like not.
Like that's what I mean. He'll be like he'll say something and he was like, obviously this means that this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And it's like
making fun
does it
of it?
obvious? No, like
He's just gotten shit on for so long.
yeah, and I get it. That sucks, bro. But like, I don't know. A few of the things he said, I was like, what the fuck. But overall, I think it's a good.
But what is he saying? What does he think?
Well, he basically there are 8 episodes, and through the 8 episodes, he goes to 8 different sites around the world, and like the theme throughout all the episodes is like in all of these sites we see a similar story. So it's like most of them have something to do with the stars, and then all of them have like he's saying, you know, there was this point where they were very advanced and civilized and shit, and then they kind of declined, and some other maybe non-human entity is depicted as like helping them rebuild or grow or whatever. Exactly what you're saying. That's why I remembered it.
I mean, it could just be also that's like a property of civilizations. Once you get to a point that you're so like you transcend in a way like the Egyptians were. I mean, you can't get any better. Like you can't get to the next step.
Yeah.
And you just decline. Or some people do that accept the message, and some people don't. And then
I like that you said transcend, because the whole message of the Egyptians and the biggest point is the Ankh is that we have eternal life, that this human life is just it's a movie that we watch, and that's what the Egyptians tell us in their hieroglyphics, that this is a movie that you enjoy, that you watch, and that this is just preparation for the new beginning, which comes after death. And that's when your soul, your Ka, moves on to that next plane of existence.
What do you think? Maybe pick one thing what do you think that modern humanity can learn about the Egyptians? About what you saw? I don't know. Waffle for us, please.
I like some waffles.
What can they learn from them?
If you had to pick a thing. No wrong answer.
How to
They
turn
talk a lot
dogs into
about
fish.
they talk a lot about love and infinity. And I think that if as humans we were able to understand that concept of infinity, that this is just going to keep going on forever, and the past is the same as the future and vice versa, I think it would give us a lot more freedom in our daily lives to do the things that we want to do. Because we're so caught up in, I need to do this so I can do this when I'm 30 so that I can have a family.
Yeah.
Man, fuck it.
If you were to get a random person that would just be completely inside of this world that we live in, like
In the Matrix, you mean?
yeah, in the Matrix, and then you were just like, let's just say he didn't have free will or something. Let's just say that I chose that now he only valued infinity, he would act so differently.
Yeah.
He would, all of his actions would be like a lot more meaningful and like, I don't know, it would just. I feel like it's like a paradigm shift once you value infinity.
Are you saying you would break out of the Matrix? In essence.
In essence, the Matrix
Transcend.
wants you to download the 30-year plan, the 50-year plan, the 60-year plan.
But
So if
there's
you-
more to it than just that.
So we need to think
Infinitely
about
more.
infinity.
Well.
I like that. I like that answer. I
I
think
think
that's
that's a
true.
good answer. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a cool one.
People, it's like saying break out of it. I mean, I've learned a lot from what you were, like the things that you were showing me.
Like a little Egyptologist, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I want to go back. I'm really
Yeah.
thinking about like teaching English.
I want to go too. That looks amazing.
I'll give you a website
Yeah.
that I'm gonna use in a few years.
For
That
what?
it's called Workaway, and it's like they'll just like it's like a big community, and they and like people can go on and like post like a job listing. You don't like they won't pay you usually. Like some of them pay you like a stipend or whatever, but they'll pay you in like food and a place to stay. So like I saw one that was like teach English to little kids in Nepal, and you stay like you live here, we give you food, and you just
Dude,
just help us with
Cameron.
whatever.
Cameron
we-
should do that.
Shit like that. Yeah, Cameron should do that.
That's pretty
Wow,
sick.
Work away.
I'll give you all. We could deep that later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's just go. Let's move somewhere.
Yeah,
and then
bro.
let's just teach little kids how to speak English.
Need that.
But what if they?
Apes in Bali?
What if they already speak English though?
You can teach them something else.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
And teach them ape language.
That was me saying hi.
We could teach them how to buy a Bugatti.
Bugatti. How to snap out of the matrix.
Dude, I've been doing this so
Bro,
much.
I did it in this podcast without even noticing.
But I've been doing this so much and I feel so powerful.
You're broke.
You're brokey.
Take the onion. Cutting my onion.
When I was your age, I was strong as an ox.
Strong as an ox.
A top G mentality.
Top G mentality only.
He's canceled now, so
But
you need to be careful.
going off what you were saying, it's like that knowledge was given to everybody in those times. The infinite, the teaching about the mechanics of reality, teaching about astronomy, math. Everyone was able to easily access that. And now that's only reserved for a select few.
The fuck happened?
So,
Why? Even like in ancient Greece, you have like the school, the origin of the philosophy and all of these like interest and curiosity and teachings, and then now education is just a degree.
you can trace it to a certain point, actually.
What's that
in
point?
The Egyptian lineage. So,
Oh.
Akhenaten was a pharaoh, and he instituted the religion of one.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't worship the sun, they worshipped the power or the force that created the sun. So like the one God, he created that. And he gave everything to the people, he showed them everything. He said, you don't need priests to worship, you can worship in your house, blah, blah, blah. But then his son, King Tut, came in and erased everything. And he instituted a worship of the elites. So he made the people worship him instead of the gods. And his bloodline is
North Korea-esque.
Guess who is a direct descendant of King Tut's bloodline?
Joe
Joe
Biden.
Biden.
no, but close.
Fuck yeah.
Queen of England. She's a direct
What?
descendant of that line.
How do they track that though?
I don't know.
Is that trackable?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to play devil's advocate a little as I do.
That's
Is
pretty
that-
crazy.
Can they accurately track that?
You know,
So
I'm
he
not
was
sure.
a-
I'm just
was
relaying
he-
the information that I've.
Okay.
Was he also a lizard, or is it just the queen?
I don't know.
He was who's the crocodile god?
Sobek.
He's Sobek, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
those freaking
but it was
lizard
interesting
people.
because we went to the Museum of Antiquity in Cairo,
Cool.
and bro, that was so cool. Seeing all those statues and stuff.
Don't they want all their shit back from like England, Germany,
Yeah.
all these countries that stole their shit?
Yeah,
They're not gonna get it
They're
back,
not gonna
right?
get it back.
No shot.
they're not gonna get it. Back. Well, but they can try, and
Yeah.
they've made some progress.
Do you think they should get it back?
Yeah, it's theirs.
Dude, but like,
But
They
you
took
could
it, they
say
took it.
you could say the same thing like the Native Americans
Exactly,
should get
exactly.
their land back.
Yeah,
it sucks,
Yeah, it's
bro.
theirs, but like
You know, at some point, we're just humans who group together and just beat another group of humans.
let's beat them up.
But yeah, like, obviously we should be nice, but like, you never did anything to the Native Americans,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
you know?
I get what you're saying.
I mean, I do every day.
what do you do? Spread love and joy in the Mikasuki
Exactly.
village.
I don't. I lose money in the casinos.
There was actually a
the-
Mikasuki cop that pulled up on us last
Yeah,
night.
he did.
He's like,
What?
you guys do mushrooms out here?
Oh, you did.
In
You
the
went to the
Everglades.
Everglades finally. Damn, how were the stars out there?
They're nice. I saw a couple shooting stars.
Better than dude. The fucking weirdest thing happened. I asked you about the synchronicities because I started doing it the other day. I like went to CVS. It's like 11:30. It's like night. I go to CVS to get some cereal real quick, and I'm whipping. I'm in the golf cart, and I decide to pop my head out the side and look at the stars. But I was driving and shit, and I was like, I'm gonna crash. Like, I'll just wait for a red light and
Yeah.
do it. So I get to a red light, and I hop off. I get off the carrito, bro, and I go like that. And the second I do it, fucking shooting star whips by.
Damn.
Man, bro,
Last night this happened?
this was 2 nights ago. I could have not gone to CVS in the first place. I could have gone in the car, and this would have never happened. The red light could have not been there. This would have never
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
A million things.
In that second.
But
Could have checked your phone. Right?
Yeah, I
What did you
waffled.
think of it after?
I just started like how you said you saw this guy and you started laughing. I just started laughing. It's like
Yeah.
what the fuck, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of took it as like a reminder that like, dude, everything's gonna be like fine. Everything's gonna be. Okay.
Oh, the universe smiles upon you.
The universe smiles upon you.
When you start writing it down and you take note, it'll start happening
Yeah.
way more often.
Yeah,
You have to say. You have to just say, "Thank you."
yeah, dude. I finished spiritual economics today.
Yeah.
We gotta put them on.
Dude, I
I
haven't
agree.
read a book in a long time.
We can read it to you if you like.
Honestly.
We could tuck you in and read
Yeah?
it. Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Si tú quieres, bebé, tú y yo lo puedo leer
¿En
contigo.
español?
Como
Yo
tú
me llamo
quieras.
Pantalones.
Delicioso.
Delicioso.
Gotta get the job done.
So, to infinity and beyond,
Pretty much.
as the ones.
My bottom
wise
line: aliens.
Aliens. Remember that meme on Instagram? Aliens.
Haley.
Aliens. Talking apes created by aliens.
Aliens.
Can we harmonize once more?
Yes.
I was going to eat the mic. All right, let's do it.
You're gonna eat the microphone?
Who said that? All right, ready?
Apes out. Apes out.
Brr.
Apes out. Apes out.